Hi guys, and welcome back to Stranger Times. It's been a while, a couple of months since I uploaded a video last, but we are back and rocking to go. So let's get straight to the video. Thanks guys. So the first public congressional hearing into UFO sightings in the United States in over 50 years ended with a few answers about the unexplained phenomena. Two top military officials tasked with probing the sightings said that most can ultimately be identified, but a number of events have defied all attempts at explanation. The sightings recorded by the military include 11 near misses with United States aircraft, and some unexplained aerial phenomena, UAPs, as the military terms UFOs, seemed to have been moving without any discernible means of propulsion. We know this already. Anybody who's interested in UFOs, aliens, all that kind of stuff, know that these UAPs move without any means of propulsion. Okay, not news. What happened at the hearing? So during the hearing at the House Intelligence, Counter-Terrorism, Counterintelligence and Counter-Proliferation Committee, top Pentagon intelligence official Ronald Moultrie said that through rigorous analysis, most, but not all, UAPs can be identified. Okay, well, show us the evidence of that. You keep saying that, but you don't show us the evidence of what you have identified. Any objects we encounter can likely be isolated, characterized, identified, and if necessary, mitigated, Mr. Moultrie said. He goes on to say a small number of incidents, however, still have no explanation. In one such incident in 2004, I think this is the Tic Tac UFO footage, fighter pilots operating from an aircraft carrier, which is going to be the US Nimitz or the USS Princeton, in the Pacific, encountered an object that seemed to have descended tens of thousands of feet before stopping and hovering. In another incident, shown publicly for the first time on Tuesday, this was last week, an object can be seen on camera flying past a US Navy fighter jet. The object remains unexplained, and I think I do have some of that footage for you later on in this video, guys, so stay tuned. And then Mr. Bray goes on to say he also sought to dispel the notion that UFOs, might be extraterrestrial aliens. Nothing that no organic or inorganic material or inexplicable or unexplainable wreckage has ever been recovered. No attempts have been made at communicating with the objects. I don't think that's quite right, to be honest with you. I think everybody, again, who's into ufology knows about Area 51, Bob Lazar, even Tom DeLonge. You know, there's quite a few people that will go on camera to say that they have seen these crashed UFOs in Area 51, S7 or S4, I think it's S4, and so on and so on. Okay, there are crashed UFOs, and the governments do have them. Rick Crawford, an Arkansas Republican, said that a failure to identify potential threats was tantamount to intelligence failure that we certainly want to avoid. It's not about finding alien spacecraft, he added. In the case of objects with unexplainable propulsion, Mr. Bray said that the United States is not aware of any potential adversaries with such technologies. Now, that's very true. With this war that's going on with Russia invading Ukraine, you would think that if Putin had these types of technologies, he would be using them in this war against Ukraine. And clearly, they're not using them because they don't have them, because it's not their technology. I think the best technology that the Russians have are the supersonic missiles that they've got that can reach the UK within like 2 minutes or whatever it is. Okay, I think that's the best that they have. Yeah, and it just goes to show also that these UFOs are not America's either, because they would be using them against Russia. Okay, so they're not Russia, they're not UK, they're not China, they're not flipping Scandinavian or whatever. They're not anything from Earth. Okay, or not man-made. So let's get that straight. So I'm guessing that not a lot was actually talked about really at this UFO hearing. And as it seems, again, these hearings and reports are just going round in circles and circles and circles, and we are not getting anywhere. Included in this video are a couple of clips that I'm going to play. I'll leave you guys to leave comments, let me know your thoughts, and yeah, thank you very much for joining us today. We'll see you soon, real soon. Keep your eyes to the skies and keep your minds open. Thanks guys, enjoy the rest of the video, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.
Well, the highly anticipated UFO report released.
A much anticipated government report on UFOs.
Tonight, the highly anticipated report on unexplained aerial phenomena is here, but the answers are not.
This particular report is underwhelming. We expected that. Many of us suspect there is a lot more going on that we are not privy to. It is real. These objects are not hallucinations by our professional pilots, because they are trained to observe.
And our shorthand for it is tic-tac. We have these little white oblong mints, and that's exactly what it looked like, except it was traveling very fast and very erratically.
Obviously, the first thing that comes to mind is, are we on a collision course? You know, if it's a real object, which it is, because radar shows you this image is either staying outside or keeping pace with you or rushing towards you. The first thing that you want to do is avoid collision. Are these alien objects, as in truly extraterrestrial visitations? Very hard to tell. These objects show flight dynamics and physics that we don't understand, that we don't use in our technologies. Our technologies won't allow us to fly bluff body vehicles, that is, not aerodynamic vehicles, at extreme rates of speed and very quick maneuvers and shifting speeds, and most of all, disappearing from sight or transforming from an aircraft into a submersible without even a splash.
And we couldn't anticipate which way it was going to turn, or couldn't understand how it was maneuvering the way that it was, or the propulsion system. It didn't have any apparent smoke trail or propulsion. In that moment, I was certainly confused. I didn't have a way to classify it or to explain the physics behind it.
As our telescopes get better and our sensitivities grow better, we are going to see some sign of living things. NASA scientists think that in the next 30 or 40 years, we will have pinned down, life in the universe. We may need help from our rivals to make some conclusions on this matter. Our allies support us whenever they see UFO incidents, like the UK. We share information. It will be wonderful to see the global communities of military strategists come together and talk about species welfare and species survival.
When it comes to material that we have no material. We have detected no emanations within the UAP task force that would suggest it's anything non-terrestrial in origin. So there's when I say unexplained, I mean everything from too little data to the data that we have doesn't point us towards an explanation. But we'll go wherever the data takes us. Again, we've made no assumptions about what this is or isn't. We're committed to understanding these, and so we'll go wherever that data takes us.
So when you start concerning ourselves with the safety of our personnel, the safety of our installations and bases, there's no other higher priority than what we have than actually getting after this.
Unidentified aerial phenomena are a potential national security threat, and they need to be treated that way. For too long, the stigma associated with UAPs has gotten in the way of good intelligence analysis. Pilots avoided reporting or were laughed at when they did. DoD officials relegated the issue to the back room or swept it under the rug entirely.